Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Most Watch, where we talk about our latest watch movies, series and stuff. So, my name is Andrea and with me is my brother Emilio.
Hello, everybody.
So today we're going to talk about a movie that we saw last week.
Last week we saw it a week ago in cinemas. And it's
Evil Dead
Rise.
The Rise. And I was really excited to watch this movie because Evil Dead, the one that was released in 2013, was one of my best one of my favorite horror movies of all times. So my hopes were very up with this movie. So tell us a little bit about the creation of this movie.
Okay, so this movie is directed by Lee Cronin, and it's his second movie actually. He debuted in 2019 with a movie called A Hole in the Ground. And I think those kind of directors are probably put there because they are new and it's easy to tell them do this, do that. Normally that's why these kind of directors come. But I think he do a very good job. Of course, Sam Raimi is producing everything. He's the original director of the original franchise of the original movies. Franchise of the original of the original movies, and I think he does an interesting job. This movie is starring Lily Sullivan as the principal character, and she again is an actor, a young actress that she does a very good job, and Alyssa Sutherland that we know her for the series Vikings, right? Then we also have Morgan Davis, Gabriel Eccles, and Neil Fisher, and it's quite an interesting idea to put a horror. They pass from a cabin in the woods to Rise in middle of LA, I think they are.
I don't know where they are, but yeah, like in the middle of an apartment, disconnected from the whole world. And the plot of the story is that the main character, her name is Beth, she goes to visit her sister because she's looking for like advice and a place to stay, right?
Yeah, basically she's a technic musician. She's a technic.
And her sister believes her and she tells her that she's a groupie.
Yeah, and she goes there. It's classic horror film. The single mom, 3 kids. Things have gone awry, and then her sister arrives, and also everything has gone bad, and it goes even deeper bad, right? Because they have an earthquake, like it's common in LA, and it's terrible. They're in this very old apartment complex that is almost falling apart without the need of the earthquake.
Yes.
When the earthquake happens, it kind of pushes it a little bit. So curiously, in the basement.
In the parking lot.
In the parking lot, they discover this hole appears, and they discover they actually have a basement.
Yes.
And the kids who went for pizza enter, and that's how the movie starts.
Yeah, they discover a lot of demonic stuff there.
Exactly like in the first movie.
Yes.
Like in the first movie when we see this dude with a beard and the glasses.
Yeah, that guy. He discovered all the witchcraft
and
hidden in the basement.
Yeah, here we're going to discover something similar.
But
there's
with music.
Exactly. There's a new a little bit of change.
Modern.
Yeah, I think it's a lot of more movie, right? We have a trans actor working on it. We have this ideas of very strong female empowerment instead of seeing like in the originals. But it's common, right? Like the remake, it was always the female empowerment, while the first ones, the originals, it was this dude. And it's okay to have the dude. I don't mind that, but it's curious that they had changed that.
Yes, like with the kids, you don't really know, like they are gender fluid, right? Because
Except the little one.
yeah, except the little one, the little girl. But yes, and well, they discover these things, and this how do you call it? The city, like the big
The
city.
vinyl.
Yes, and well, the kid plays it, and basically, this person reads like the magic words that unleash the evil.
Yeah.
And yes.
And the movie happens. But yeah, what do you think about the movie? Did you like it? Did you didn't like it?
I really enjoy it. I spent a really good time with my family at the movies, and also because I really, really enjoy gore, and I know how to appreciate a movie when it's like dark comedy or gore or a thriller or so on and so on. I really like horror in all its it's magic. Yeah, I'm a horror fan. So yeah, I really, really enjoy it. My mom, for example, she didn't like it, and I was like heartbroken. But understandable. What do you think?
I think it was good. And it did.
But-
it's a good movie. I think it's a good movie. I think it delivers what it promises.
Yes.
It delivers what it promises. It says like, oh yeah, we're going to do this horror movie, and it's going to be a little bit more like the original ones. It's not that much as the remake. So if you're expecting something like with the remake in 2013, it's not going to be there.
No.
Like this is more
Comical.
yeah, comical. It has humor, very black humor. It has these very witty, harsh sentences. Sometimes they're talking, and someone comes with an answer that is like, "Oh wow, someone is sassy tonight." So it's kind of like that, and it's kind of funny to see that. But I think, as we said it that day, that there's some Deus Ex Machina that are happening there that makes the movie like, okay, so why this happened? Oh yeah, because we needed it to happen for
Yeah.
the plot to advance, because then the plot doesn't advance. And I think that was something that wasn't really there in the first one, and we see it here a little bit more. So again, I don't say it's because of that it's a bad movie. I'm just saying it's an okay movie.
Yeah, it's not your cup of tea.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, we're going to talk about the first one, like the one that was released in 2013, because that's one of my favorite horror movies of all time. So we have to talk about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're expecting to see that kind of horror, no. But if you go with the idea that you're going to see a gore movie and with a little bit of comic scenes, then you're going to have a nice time.
I think, yeah, it delivers what it promises, and I think it's a good way to see, like, to continue Evil Dead, like being a little bit more like Ash vs. Evil Dead, or like the original ones, where we have seen more of this humor appearing. And yeah, I think it's per se it's a fun movie. I recommend it. Curiously, it was supposed to be directed to streaming in HBO, but at the end of the day, they decided, because they do the screen tests and they show very good. I don't know if numbers, but they show very good stuff.
Reactions?
Yeah, there's very good reactions, and they were like, no, we need to put it on cinemas.
Yeah, and it's doing really good,
And it
right?
did very well, because now they have $119 million. I think it's worldwide that number, and yeah, it shows, because the movie cost $15 million. So it's 1,000% revenue. So that's very, very good, and it shows that, yeah, they had faith. They did something good. I think it's a movie that, because it's not completely horror and it has these comic effects, it's more it's more accessible for normal consumers. Instead of being just for horror people, it's more
Yes.
like, hey, yeah, we can consume it. It's not that aggressive, it's not that violent, it's kind of funny. Kind of reminds me of Rec 3. The Spanish one is also very good. Completely different to the first two ones, but yeah, it's quite
I only
interesting.
watched the first one. I need to watch the second and the third.
The third one is different because it's in another set of like
So
same
it's
universe,
completely-
different story.
okay.
So here we have the same thing. Evil Dead is like same set, different story.
Yeah, for example, you don't need to watch Evil Dead like the first one from the remakes to understand this one. So
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Well,
So how you grade it?
oh yeah. From 5 stars being 5 the top and 1 or 0 like the worst, I would say 4 stars.
Okay, it's good.
And you?
3.5. It's a good movie. I really enjoy it. I really think it delivers what it promises, and it doesn't have to be a. Because if I'm going to put a movie 5 stars, I'm going to be like, oh yeah, but I'm going to put Scorsese there, and I'm going to put things like that there. So for its genre and everything, I think it's a good, great. I think a 5-star movie from horror for me, it's Alien. As we said before.
Yeah.
And here I'm like, okay, it's good. It's not great, but it's good.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So tell us in the comments down below, what do you think? Have you watched it already? Do you want to watch it? And we are going to see you next week. So bye.